Maybe I want to put in there that I met Ferry Toad, who recognized me, he knew my name.
Yeah. My name is Martin Schmock. Today is May 11th, 2019. I am interviewing Mr. Max Eisen here in Moldava, nad Bodvou, in Slovakia. Max, can you tell us what is this place? What role did this place play in your life?
Well, this is the synagogue. There's nowhere any sign that this was a synagogue. There was a sign here a while ago, but I guess that's been removed. I know when I returned from the camp, this was an apartment building. I think there were apartments in the back, so this structure was a Orthodox synagogue. In the back of the structure there is a staircase for the women upstairs. So my life was actually formed in this place. In the back of the synagogue there's a Hebrew school, and this is where I started out to go to Hebrew school, and I remember so vividly. I was 5 years old. On a summer day like today, my father set me on his bicycle. My mother gave me a bag, a Kaiser bun with butter and a tomato, and I was absolutely scared leaving our big house, and I knew that I'm going to be left in a strange place with other people. And he handed me over to the Hebrew teacher, and I saw a lot of kids playing in the yard, and the river was right here. The river has been diverted, so we don't see a river, and they were playing all kinds of games. So it was called the Talmud Torah, and I learned to read Hebrew. I learned the 5 books: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, by rote. I was not a good student, but you know, the reading, the prayers, and a lot of things remain in my mind. And it took me years, actually, after I was liberated, to really understand what I was learning here. Even though I didn't like it, it was there. And I was able to tell the prayers without reading from a Siddur. So I can remember around the holidays, this place was a beautiful place on the Sabbath. Everybody was dressed up. I remember my friends, girls, they were all beautiful, dressed well, and services, and going home from the synagogue Friday nights. In the summer it was always a late event because services finished very late, around 10 o'clock or so. So it is sad that I came back here. I was here 27 years ago in 1992 with my friend Gabi Lichtman. And this is now, I'm not sure what's inside. It doesn't look like there's anything going on, but there's absolutely no marker here. So this is probably the last time I'm going to be here. And there were 500 Jews in total in this town. And after the Shoah, 480 did not come back. Mostly teenagers. There was one mother, Mrs. Rosenberg. They had a yard goods store with her 2 beautiful daughters. And my very good friend, Gabi Lichtman. And there was another girl, Magda Friedman. They lived in Los Angeles. So I was here with Gabi Lichtman in 1992. Magda Friedman passed away 2 years ago. Gabi Lichtman, I called him on April the 13th in Los Angeles to wish him a happy birthday. And 2 days later, his daughter called me and that Gabi passed away. So we always talked about it, that the two of us were the last sort of the keepers of maybe the history of this place. And so I'm thinking that I could be the last one now who has the memories of what went on here. It was an amazing Jewish community. And so this is sort of the end of the story. I just want to say that as we walked by our property this morning, there was a man who, I believe he was asking for me. His name is Ferry Toth, T-O-T-H. And I went up to him and he knew, he says, T.B. Eisen. And he remembered the names of my two brothers. He says, Shmilu and Moshe. And he remembers a lot. He is 89 years old. So, but wouldn't have been something had somebody from an official position come out and greeted me, sort of welcomed me, and so. But that's the story. I am amazed at the structures and the buildings that have been built here. Everything has changed. I saw my father's enterprise where he had a cellar. It's called a pinza. All I can see is the window. The door is being blocked up. And our property, there's a rusty door and a rusty roof. And I found out that even in the registry, they eliminated the name of Fabian Eisen who owned that property. It is not there. So I will say goodbye to this place. I'll probably never come back. I don't think I would have any reason to come back here. So these are memories, and say goodbye to this house of worship.
When you were a boy, did you like going to services?
I did not much like, not every service. I had very big difficulties with twice, perhaps Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. They were too long. When I was younger, before I was 13, I didn't have to fast all day, but later I did have to, and I found those 2 days quite long. But that was me. I had a very short span of attention. I had many friends who went to the same Talmud Torah Hebrew school, who were absolutely amazing scholars. And Gabi Lichtman and his brother were one of those. At the end of the Zman, which is the end of the year, they could recite 20 pages of the Talmud, a philosophy, and they would bring examples from other rabbis or sages. And today, it took me a long time to really appreciate all this. This is life. You have all kinds of experiences in life. And this is the way I remember it. And so I look around at these mountains. I have so many memories. We used to go out on these mountains on a Sabbath afternoon. The grass was so silky. There were fruit trees. I remember coming back in 1992 and I thought, I want to walk up on this mountain. Well, I saw homes there, and today there are 400 homes. So this is how things change. They never stay the same. And the things that you have in mind in a picture of a place and you come back, it's a big disappointment. So you see progress, some very substantial buildings, and some not, and there's a lot of industrial stuff going on here. So, but there are no Jewish people here, so this is life. And goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Perfect as always.
Okay.
Thank you for doing it and going all the way there.
I'm so happy